Okay, good morning everyone. I think it's time to start this training given by me. My name is Roman Seidel. I am from LG Panama. I work for the trade marketing department, and today I have the pleasure to give you this training and to share all the knowledge that we already are engaged in this company. So as you know, we as an electronic company, we want to make our customers that they can enjoy all our products. So this is not gonna be just by myself. It's also our trade marketing team. They are they're watching all this training and they are preparing all the answers for all the questions that you may have. So in Jamaica, we have Marlon Lewis. He's our brand representative, and he also can help us with all the information you need to know and all the questions you may have. In Panama, we have Abel Perez, also our trainer for the region, Luis Espinosa, who helped us prepare all this material. And well, as you can see in the screen, we have this unit one. So maybe you ask what is about that unit one and why we decided to give this training just this way. Okay, as you know, we have different categories of products. We have televisions, we have audio systems, washers, dryers, refrigerators, we have air conditioning, and also microwave and cooking. But for now, we only gonna talk about TV. We only gonna talk about televisions and all the features, all the benefits that an LG television can have. Okay, so other thing that I have to tell you is that you can see you have the chat. You can chat on live and you can make all of your questions you have just in real time. Okay, so okay, well, let's start with this. Televisions, image, sound, design, smart. Okay, when we talk about televisions, we of course talk about entertainment. Everyone who goes to a store and they want to buy a television, they are looking for this. They're looking for a nice entertainment. They are looking for some TV program in the afternoon, just before go to sleep. Anything, anything that is the intention of the customer to get all the entertainment for a television. So yes, for just and all the time we know about televisions, we know about an evolution of the television. Because if we compare a television in this moment, it's not the same television that we had before. For example, like 20 or 10 years ago. It's going to be completely different. Now we talk about smart TV, we're talking about very good designs, we're talking about sounds, we're talking about images. So all about quality. Great. So well, now, as I told you, in this unit, we will offer you the opportunity to learn more about the most innovative technologies that our television line possesses. As I told you, quality, image, design, structure, benefits, and are some of the wonders that you will be shared with us during the next tour. Okay, so in this moment, as I told you, this is only going to be for TV. In the future, maybe next week, or I think we already scheduled with you Friday, we're going to talk about more topics. We're going to talk about more products we have. Okay, on this slide, you can see the table of contents. So we're going to cover all the presentation with 5 steps. Now, the first in the first one, we can find a backlight. We're going to talk about the backlight, how it works, the lighting in all TVs, how you can emit lighting in all the different technologies that we have on LG TVs. The second point is going to be OLED 4K. We're going to talk about all the design about our OLED TV. It's our brand top. It's our our like signature model that we have for TV is it's the technology OLED TV. And also we're going to be talking about resolution, all technologies, as the previous point is the backlight and all of this. A third, we're gonna talk about Nanocell TV. Nanocell TV, it's original technology. It's a new technology that we sell on our TVs, and it's completely different than other thing that you can find on market on the trade. And this special television has their own benefits and their own features. It might be different than other brands, and it's going to give you a great experience just watching this. Number four, we find a UHD TV. As we know, UHD TV is the same that we heard when people talk about 4K resolution, and this is a way to explain more about this and how you can reach customer to involve them just to have this experience. And maybe this is not the top of the TV, but it's a great technology, and it's more we talk more about the evolution of the TV and how it got until so far. So UHD TV, it's our it's one of the resolution technology that customer can buy easily, but they won't think that it's the best TV, but of course it has great features. And all at the end, we're going to talk about all the benefits and all the particular things, particular features that our TV has and how we can offer this for to final customers, right? Okay, let's start with this. So the first question that we can ask to ourselves is, how much do I know about TVs? If I belong to, or if I work for the sales staff on a store, in a store, I can wonder, or I can ask to myself, how much do I know about TVs? So do I know the most important thing about TV, or do I know how to sell a TV for a customer? We're going to find out in the next all about this. Okay, as I mentioned before about the evolution of TV, we can compare the current TV with the previous TV in the past. You might remember all TVs, the big TV that is it's the first one you can find in the first pictures. It's a CRT. So when we mentioned about CRT, we're talking about cathode ray tube. It's an old technology that it functioned to emit light, but it's a tube that's behind the screen. That's why we can find this big TV, because it's all a technology. It's a big technology that we can find just to emit light and also to give you all the color through all the pixels. And of course, this is a technology that used to work before. But now, what's the purpose of all this, of the people who makes all TV, and also with the actual, how can I say this, with the right in this moment, we cannot continue with things that used to be on top before. So that's a need of the human being, that you want to improve everything and you want to make of everything. So after that, they created a lot about plasma. Plasma, the PDP, is a plasma. It's this is a screen that used to work before to emit light with some gases. So what happened with this TV, and why they're not in the market anymore? So this TV had some issues. It's some disadvantages that people start to see about this. Okay, because of these gases, all the emitting light, it needed more power consumption, and of course it emitted more heat. So that's why if you were in your room, or you were in the living room with your family, and you keep more hours watching TV, you can feel as everything is going to get like warm, more with the heat, because the interaction of these gases, it works just to emit the light, but with the more power consumption. So after this, you can see the LCD, the LED. When we talk about LCD, we're talking about the screen, the liquid crystal display, and we're talking about LED, we're talking about the lighting emitting diode. So this technology now included in TV. It's just to emit lights in a better way. So how it works? So now all these technologies combine, and all the way you can emit light is just to follow the plan that the customer can save energy. And when you save energy, of course, we translate that to money, and of course to give you the most comfortable way to watch TV. If we compare to the plasma TV, so we mentioned about the heat, and now all the customers will not feel that in the current TV that we have, because of course all the people who make this TV work so hard to avoid or to make less these effects. But as I mentioned, I have to tell you now, the first four television has something in common, and we must talk about that because I mentioned that in the first point that on this presentation in the table contents, we talk about backlight. Sorry. Yeah, we mentioned about the backlighting, and this first four television have this something in common, because it's a way that we use to that they work to emit the light just by backlighting, including LED TV. But why OLED TV it's separated? Because it's a different technology that we're going to talk beyond. So let's talk about backlighting. The televisions have different types of backlighting, which are the source of light for all screens. Yes, this is comparison between two different ways to emit the light that all television needs to provide the images. So if a television it doesn't have light, it's impossible to emit any images. So that's why this is very important to talk about the backlight, because it's one of the first things that makes it different between all the technologies. They're working so hard to make a difference, and they're working so hard to make, as I said before, to make you comfortable in the way you watch TV. And how important is the backlighting in the use of all television, and how important is this for you to receive a better image in anything you're watching it. So this is more like a kind of evolution and comparison between the cold cathode fluorescent lamp and the light emitting diode. Nowadays we talk about more light emitting diodes because we know with the name of LED. With this LED, it's composing all the TV. It's more like an easy way or a better way to produce light. And of course, one of the things that we have to mention about this is the energy saving. The LED TV has a less power consumption that you can compare before as a fluorescent lamps or even the cathode ray tubes. So if you see the image at your right, you can perceive that this is more like behind the screen you have all this LED that is working in function is working in order to make function all the TV. So this is what we have right now in our technologies, the LED TV. This gives you a longer service life, less consumption, and greater amount of brightened and sharper images. We're going to make a difference further about the LED TV and also the OLED TV. And now, as I told you, what is the difference between LED and OLED? If you watch this and just about the letters, you might find that they have something in common, that it's the LED. But what is the O, and why this technology is now on top in all technologies that you can find on televisions? First of all, I have to mention that OLED TV, yes, I think I already told you about that. It's our top television, and it's a top television around the world. For now, this is the technology that you can appreciate the images just getting closer to the reality. So we there is a lot of things playing this. This is a lot of things that we can talk about OLED TV and how it makes the difference between them. What is so special about OLED TV? The main component of OLED displays is an organic light emitting diode that generates and emits light on its own. Those features are the main difference between a LED TV and OLED one. This technology, in turn, helps to reduce the number of layers that make up the television, considerably reducing the thickness of OLED TV model. So you might ask why. So why we can find on the trade a TV that's the difference, it's one letter, and a complete explanation inside that. As I mentioned it, the backlight that it's in common with the first four television that I mentioned before, it's a backlight. Even the LED that it's at a backlighting panel that emits light to produce the images. But OLED TV, the main difference of this is that OLED TV does not have a backlight panel. In this case, OLED TV, which is the top television right now, it works just taking without the backlight, every pixel can emit light by itself. So you don't need backlight panel in OLED TV to produce or to emit light. Every single pixel in OLED TV can emit light. So how this is work? That's why we use the letter O. It's organic. Everything that happens inside the television and on every pixel, it's just organic. It's a way that you can produce, like you can have the energy, and and you can compare this. You can compare this just to this firefly, just the way they emit light, and this is incredible. But you said how they can emit light if they don't have external connection. And this is very, very important because of course you need the energy to produce this in your television. But the way it works inside, it's just in the organic way. So that's why we have the difference, and why it works so good, that makes so special an OLED TV. And customer can go to the store and say, okay, I would like to have this OLED TV because someone told me that it's better than LED TV or LCD or plasma TV or any TV in the past. So what is so special in the TV? So how you, as sales staff, can you sell this OLED TV to all customer that can go to ask about this TV? Because you may know, because you work every day in this area, and you work and you read, maybe you read every day about this and you see something different and you know what's the difference between them. But a final customer, they may don't know. So this is our task, this is our way. We have to reach them to explain today how this is so important, and how these televisions are so good, and it's offering to the final customer a great experience of watching TV. So okay, yeah, OLED TV. The main features you can talk about this is image, design, and perfect sound. Okay, not only this, because of course everything that's happening inside a television and makes it different between all the old televisions, it's a make cut the final customer to say, oh wow, I really have good television. I really have a this television is very different than the others. And not only that, I mean, you can have the security that you have a television in your living room that is the best of the best, like it's the top. Let's explain more something about this and what's the benefit that an OLED TV can have self-lighting pixels. As you read, on the screen, you might find you will find that this is pixel dimming. Self-lighting pixels, the magic behind the TV. So how it really works. In this image, you can see the difference between OLED 4K TV and LED 4K. One is pixel dimming and the other is local dimming. So in this case, you can appreciate a difference. It's notable. How you see, for example, in focus and the image of the moon. If you see the LED 4K with the local dimming, you will find that you have like flash around the moon. But if you see the OLED TV, you will not see any flash. Anything. Because the way it works is that only the pixels that I need for the image is going to be turned on in that moment. I'm going to explain this to you in a way that you can appreciate on your TV, on your screen, only as a perfect image only because the pixels are turned on. What happened with the others? In that moment, when a pixel does not need this certainly quantity of light, the pixel can turn off. I mean, this is a way that you can control the light around the images, and you can control the lights, all the lights that you need. It's only necessary for the image that you might see. You can appreciate the difference. Here you have the moon with the flash, and you have that TV so clean, if we can say it in that way. So this is an important topic. Yeah, this is an important point to talk about the perfect black, because yeah, we're talking about light. We're talking about all what we need, the need light that we need to for the customer appreciate the images in a clean way. But now we're talking about perfect black and how the perfect black just go into this to make the customer to appreciate a really good image on your screen. Perfect black, by completely turning off the millions of pixels of the perfect OLED TV, enriched colors provide an infinite contrast. When we talk about perfect black, we're talking about contrast. Why? This is a pretty good example. First of all, the black is a color that you can contrast with any different color. I'm pretty sure that you can compare one color, for example, a yellow, blue, any color with a black background. The color will be highlighted compared to the white background or any color, any different color the background that you have. Because in this case, when you have a black background, yes, you highlight the color so you can appreciate this. That's why we're talking about the contrast. And we can see the colors just close to the reality, and even better, because some brands in the market and some different television, they want to highlight color. This is really impressive to our eyes. When we go to the store and we watch the TV, the first thing that we compare in this moment is a color, because they say, oh my god, this is really good. What I'm seeing right now, this image is really good, the way you can appreciate. But what OLED TV does, give you more a real color. It's not like these fake colors you can find, so they become overwhelmed just the way you look at it. Yes, of course we need color, but what is better? this all color, that this is a full color or a real color, just the way you might see it in the reality. So that's why we're talking a perfect black. And how does work? How does it work? Well, the perfect black works because the pixels that I don't need turn on, of course, they will be turned off. In this way, when I have an image and I have the really dark image, even the producer, the filmmaker wants to express that it's a black color, that the pixel is going to be turned off. What is different with LED TV? With the LED TV, the backlight, it's never gonna be turned off. It's always turning on. You always gonna have the LED back panel light turned on. That's why we make the difference between OLED TV and LED TV, and how you can appreciate the real contrast. And also you can test that when you are in front of the LED TV and you have a completely black image, you will not see it black. You will see it more like a light and black, more like a gray. But you can prove this. If you go in front of OLED TV, you may ask yourself, is this TV turned off or is it turned on? Yeah, it might confuse you. It might confuse you because when you are, maybe the TV can be turned on, but if you can get closer, you can see, oh, the TV was on, but turned on because I was seeing that completely black. But it's not the TV that is turned off. It's just the pixels that in that moment, for that image that doesn't need more light, it's turned off. So that's how we can find the perfect black. And what is the last benefit of the perfect black? Contrast. And we have a better contrast. For sure, we're gonna have better colors, and we're gonna have a real good image. So yes, we all talked about that before, and we're talking about backlighting, and we're talking about the difference between LED TV, OLED TV, all TV that have backlighting. But now we're focusing with Alpha 9, OLED TV. And where's the most important thing, and also beside the pixels that can differ in this TV, is the processor. What's the processor? The processor is the brain of the TV. It's a way you're gonna improve any content that you can have on the TV. In this case, we're talking about Alpha 9 intelligent processor. The Alpha 9 intelligent processor is the name that received this, that we call the brain of the TV. Alpha 9 intelligent processor, as you can read, you can read over there, it's going to improve. It's going to develop all the way you can have a better image and also a better sound in the TV. So what's the purpose of this? Is to give you a better experience with this television. And why is that important? As I mentioned, the processor is the brain of the televisions, which makes it possible for the television to interpret the images to provide the necessary enhancement and thus offer the viewer an accurate image. So how this is? Why is it so important that I said before? This is one of the differences that you can find in other television. If you have a better processor, you will have a better perception of all the images and all the sound. So if you make a summary of what do you need on TV, what do you need when you want to receive this entertainment, and you want to sit on the couch in your living room, and what exactly you want to have? Of course, you want to have a great image, and you want to have this experience that surround you in sound. Okay, talking about the processor, we can talk about this improvement. In the next slide, we can see it. You can see this, focused on delivering high quality images in color. This is one of the features that you can find in OLED TV. Okay, in this part you will find four you will find four like parts that can describe better the processor. It can describe better the intelligent processor. The first one, you will see the quad steps noise reduction. How this is work. Cleans grainy images and renders smooth blends of colors, like the ones that can be seen around images of the sun or the moon. You remember in the previous slide when I mentioned it about the flash that you can see around the images, it can be mild produced by a middle lighted, but in this time it's not that only depend of the middle light or the backlight that you want to have, or that made the television have inside. Also you can realize that it depends on the origin of the image. In this case, maybe you will appreciate how around the tower you will find like these flashes in the shape of circles. So what's the processor does? In 4 steps, it can clean the images to give you a better view, so a smooth view. So the processor can eliminate all this shape to give you totally a clean image. So this is really important because sometimes it can bother you. Meanwhile, you're watching anything and you see like, oh, this is not good because I can see all the shapes around the objects, or you can see everything different that you said. No, it's not really good for me because I cannot appreciate the images the way I want to appreciate it. So what the first things that you can say, oh, this is not high quality image. So someone is like treat me up with this because this is not true. This is not the technology that I'm looking for. But as I told you, sometimes it depends of the original images, the filmmaker and the resolution they took these images. But now OLED TV and the intelligent processor can clean these images just to give you like a smooth blend of colors. So the next thing we have the object depth enhancer. So what is this? The object depth enhancer precisely separates the main object from the background images and analyzes textures and edges. Okay, this is really good because sometimes when you focus to an image, and you can appreciate that on your camera, if you focus the closest object, you will see that the background is not the most important thing in the images, so you can appreciate what you are focusing. The processor can do this. The processor can divide or can separate precisely just the object, the main object that you want to focus or the filmmaker wanted to focus, and you can have it just in front of you and you say like, oh, this is high quality because I'm appreciating this image. And you can see on that sunflower, you can see the rest of the sunflowers behind, but it's not like the main object. So you can appreciate all the details thanks to the processor and thanks to the work that the processor does just to obtain this detailed image. Then you will find the True Color Accuracy Pro. This is one of the features that you can find on Alpha 9 processor. You have this Alpha 9 intelligent processor that it's a table of 7.3 times more sophisticated than conventional TVs. Why? Because we're talking about color. As I mentioned before, you can be like stunned because of the color. Like, oh wow, this is really good. This image is really good because you can appreciate the colors in the more real way, that they can capture you in a more way that you can see the colors to your eyes, like it's something that can catch you. For example, if you have yeah, kids at home and some video games, and you can see that the colors can do the works because you can be all caught up with this the colors that a television can offers, and you will not find the same colors in all television. Some people think it's because it's due to brightness, but it's not due to brightness. It's just the spectrum that every TV can have. And for OLED TV, you will find that Alpha 9 works in this way. So yes, for now we can talk about three things: cleans the images, can enhance the object depth, and also the intelligent processor can have a more spectrum of colors. At the end, we can talk about the HFR, the high frame rate. When we're talking about this, we're talking about the video. So this is all the frames per second that you can appreciate in your TV just about the videos or the images contained in that. So we might see a difference. In this case, OLED TV can recognize to 120 frames per second. But if you see the difference below the first image that it's 120, you can see down there 60 FPS. So that's when we're talking about that, we're talking about the hertz. We're talking about all the frames that you can have contained in this as frames per second. So in the first image, you can appreciate when you have the helicopter. You see above, you can see a better detailed image comparing to the image that you have below, right? So as I'm telling this, of course you are invited to make your questions so far, and you can chat on the live, and our trainers is also prepared to answer for your questions. Also, Marlon Lewis, as I told you, he's our representative. You might see him around the stores, and also he's gonna be prepared to answer all of these questions. I know that we're here to complete all the knowledge and to find the better ways to and the improved way to sell more our products. Not because you want to sell, it's because you want to make sure that the final customer can receive a really high quality product. So you're invited to make your questions. I think for now we're in the second point. We talk about backlight, and also we talk about the difference between LED and OLED, and all the features and all the benefits that we can find in OLED TV. Yes. Well, talking about this, another feature that you might find on OLED TV is the Cinema 4K HDR. Being compatible with most HDR formats, the filmmaker original vision can be enjoyed with Technicolor's Dolby Vision and advanced HDR technology, as well as HDR10 Pro and LG Pro. Okay, you might see on the you may see it on the slide that we mentioned Dolby Vision, and also we're talking about HDR. This is a way also to improve the customer to perceive to appreciate the images just in a way to cinema. All of us, I'm pretty sure that all of us, the mostly that we work in this technology area, we like to enjoy. We really enjoy a great movie, or we really enjoy a movie that is with all joined with this technology. So if we have a better technology, we can find a better experience, right? So that's why, because they want to improve anytime. They want to improve every time. And this technology, the Cinema 4K HDR, you will find this in these televisions. It's a way that they want to offer to you for you to have a great experience as a cinema. Of course, if you go to the cinema, you will watch the movie in all wide open, the great sound. You can appreciate all the images. You can appreciate all the filmmaker wanted to show you, because you have a great experiences meanwhile. But you also can find this closely to with the OLED TV and our LG televisions. Okay. So we have this, sorry, design and perfection. LG OLED TV focuses on the very essence of the television. It's minimalist, designed together with the Alpha 9 intelligent processor and LG AI TV make up a complete visual experience. Yes, we mentioned it all about this. And when a customer go for a TV, they also looking for design, because of course one of the main things that they wanted to change is the shape of the TV, where it's more like um, what's a word? What's a more the most impressive thing that you will find on a television at the first time that you see it? Of course, it's the shape. Of course, it's the design that you might find in every single television. Compare right now. I don't know if you um, still have this CRT TV at your houses, or some plasma or LCD. That one of the things that they are changing is the thickness in every TV. So at the same time, they are improving. At the same time, we note the evolution of the TV. We appreciate that all TV right now it's more slim, it's more thin. So that's why OLED TV, that it does not have backlights, only self-lighting pixels. You can work with the shape of the design. So that's why, if I give you an example, maybe a cell phone can be thicker than OLED TV, because all the technology inside this television doesn't need more. No backlight, only pixels. So all the technology and all the way it works with all OLED screens is gonna be more in the future. I don't know. So um, our trainer Luis Espinosa, in the previous training that we offered to other countries, he mentioned that um, we every year there is a like event in Las Vegas that every single brand they present a new the new technologies. And now, you might say this before, but the OLED TV, you can fold them, because this is the way now you're gonna treat this. And you can manipulate the screen TV just in this way. So if you go behind in the past, around 40 years ago, you would not imagine that also a thin television can happen when you have this big television. So that's why we have to mention the evolution of the TV, because now we have design and now we have perfection with all the features that we have: the black perfect, no backlight, better contrast, better sound. So come on, this is getting even better every time. So that's why you will find in the market a TV completely different in 2020, that maybe next year, 2021, that you will find more improvement, and you will find an enhanced television. So maybe one TV of this year have something different than the previous TV. Because that's why we have to still working on it. We have to still looking for the knowledge, and just the way we want to present to our final customer, our clients, how to sell this TV. Because I know for sure they're gonna have a lot of questions. So yeah, of course we have to sell this in a way that they can feel like sure that they're taking a really good product. So I'm telling you for sure, and our trainers can tell you for sure, that our TV has a really high quality. Just it's cutting all this about television, and the LG is the number one OLED TV in the market. So now we have to talk about sound, because if I mentioned it all about this before, were about images and how you can have an improved image on and in your TV. So that's why, if you want to complete this experience, of course, we already have inside the TV all the way to improve it. Dolby Atmos, you maybe have heard about Dolby Atmos before, because Dolby Atmos is a company that that you might heard before on any movie that you go to the cinema and you can have the experience. I want to explain to you something about this. I want to give you an example. When you go to the movies and you're having this experience and you're watching this TV, this movie, it could be, I don't know, any movie, Batman for example, or some action movie that you have to hear a lot. So you can have the experiences around you. I know for sure that you maybe can listen something in this side, and the other way you can listen something different, maybe shotgun, or maybe baby crying in the other way, because Dolby Atmos want to give you a 360 degrees experience surround sound. That's why um, that's why we find all the experience in we can consider in images plus sound. What's better than that? I mean, you can spend all your Saturday at your house watching all the TV programs that you want to watch in the same experience that you might have in the cinema. Of course, if we think that like this, you you can say, "Oh, I have this in my house, so I don't need to go to the cinema." You can invite your friends to your house. You can invite anyone to your house, and you can have a different afternoon or different evening just to appreciate the images that LG wants to give you with the company of this Dolby Atmos and also Dolby Vision that I'm going to mention. I'm going to mention further. Um, LG Signature. Yes, we have. It's not only that I can mention that OLED TV is the top of the TVs. We also have something above that is LG Signature. LG Signature, it's OLED TV, but what offers to the customer it's a more like elegant or even a better design. And you can see on the slide, you will find all the features that this television has and how this is important to the customers. Of course, we're talking about expensive televisions because it's a really good experience that you can offer to the customer. So one of the things, if you can see about design, you will find picture on wall. Yes, picture on the wall. Imagine this, that you have a picture on the wall, and at the end, this is a TV. It's a TV that okay, you can see it in front, and you watch it, and you say, "Oh my God, this is a really good television. This is so thin, and this is the design you want to have in your house." So, of course, when you see this television and you see a customer that is interested of this, you will say, "Yeah, this is the best of the best that you will find in all the market." So this signature, as with all the meaning of the word signature, it's a real experience of class to the customer. So I know there's a lot of customer around that will find for this, because besides you explain the OLED TV, you explain the OLED technology, um, you also mention it that you can have an elegant design on in the house. Okay, we talk about OLED TV and all the technology. As I mentioned, it is the top TV that we have in the market. But yeah, I know it's perfect, right? But it's not the only one that is good, because we also have more technology that can impress and that can catch the attention of the customers. We also have the Nanocell TV, that it's a completely different technology that OLED TV, but this is quite good. So yeah, as introduction of the Nanocell TV, it's a high quality television. It's sophisticated television, and this television has four parts also to explain. what's the difference between this and other brands, and also with other television inside our brand. So what is Nanocell? So sorry, give me a minute. Okay, so what is the Nanocell? The Nanocell TV, okay, the Nanocell TV is a red layer. This layer has nanoparticles that can allow the excess light to be filtered, providing precision in its color. So when we talk about Nanocell, we're talking about color accuracy. Yes, we mentioned that before on OLED TV. But now this technology, this Nanocell technology, can give you a really a real experience of colors that you might not find in others TV. So Nanocell TV, it's a LED TV. Yes, it's the same technology that we have backlight, but in this case, we are trying to improve more than a normal LED TV. We want to get this TV close to the technology of the OLED TV. So that's why you can hear more about Nanocell, and you will find the answer about like Nanocell. It's not a normal LED TV. It's not also an OLED TV, but it's really good technology that you will find in the market. And of course, this is important to mention, really good prices for the customer. But a really good technology getting closer to the OLED TV. Of course, OLED TV has no comparison. OLED TV is the top, as I mentioned, and it's a completely different technology. But what we want to do with the other TV? What we only sell OLED TV and people only want to buy OLED TV? Of course not. They want to have real good technologies, real good quality in other TV that we can enjoy also the content that we can find, that we can have in TVs. Not only because OLED TV is the number one, it's the only one that can give you good images. Also, you can find in other TV that we sell good images, but of course, it's different technologies, and of course, it's a good way to sell to customers, making a difference with the same technology. Yeah, in this case, to talk about Nanocell, we have to talk about full array dimming. What is the difference between edge LED and full array? You can see the images you have on the screen, and we can talk about the difference. You might say edge LED TV. It's like light that emit from below, and you will say full array LED. It's like an image just with the image is needed. So talking about full array LED, it's it's something familiar that we heard about OLED TV. I'm only giving light in the spaces that I need the needed light. Talking about edge LED light are only built into the edge of television. It's backlighting, and it cannot achieve the perfect black thanks to the light leakage. But full array LED, we have the system that incorporates LEDs on the entire screen, similar to OLED TV concept. In this case, we're talking about backlighting. It's different than OLED TV. The OLED TV has no backlighting. In this case, Nanocell has a backlighting, but it's important to mention that it is able to express a darker black color and minimizes light leakage. So what's the benefits of this? You can get closer to the concept of OLED TV, but it's not OLED TV. So it's really good for the customers because you can save the pocket customer, talking about, of course, money, and giving to them a real good technology and the way to them to appreciate a really good image or really good content. In this case, the full array LED works at the panel of lights, yes, but it's gonna work for I don't know how to say this, blocks or parts only. It's different that the edge LED TV, that you can only have the edge LED TV just in the down part that can emit light, and you cannot have the perfect contrast or the perfect black because, as I mentioned, of the light leakage. So what Nanocell does is to avoid this. What Nanocell does is just exactly to not have this situation, not have this leakage, light leakage, because the light leakage can result as flashes or some strangest shades that you will find on the TV. But yes, so this is our Nanocell TV, a really good technology that we works with a special layer that you can. It's included in the LCD, is included in the screen, that the main works that it has is to filter all the colors, all the spectrum that we can have on the TV, and for real appreciate better colors. So Nanocell, great colors, and also we have the full array LED that can work especially for the images that needs more light in special spaces. Nano Black, as we talk to OLED TV at Perfect Black, we must mention Nano Blacks in nanocells. So this is one of the features, or one of the descriptions they have that we have in these televisions, the nanocell. Nano Black, improve the contrast of the nanocell TV with full array. Full array, we already know about full array, and how you can explain this with Nano Black. Add intensity to other colors thanks to a deep black color display. Experience extraordinary images quality created with the stunning color of the nanocell TV. Yes, as a full array is working on, and you can provide the lights just in the needed spaces, what's gonna happen with the rest of the screen? Yeah, you're not gonna have the same intensity of light that you have in the main image or the main object that you want to highlight. That's how it works OLED TV, but OLED TV has their own pixels, their own self-lighting pixels that work independently. But now you have the Nano Black, you have this Nano Black that you can works in a similar way. Of course, it's not the same way, work in the similar way, but the full array. That's a way that emit the light to have a really good contrast. When we talk about Nano Black, we're also talking about contrast, because we're not going to have that excess of energy in the places or in the spaces on the screen that we don't need. Nano Color, from wherever you are, the Nanocell TV maintains color accuracy, and thanks to its light filter, which improves the color spectrum. Yes, the Nano Color, we find the Nano Color thanks to the layer that is included on the screen, that is the red layer that with nanoparticles that can filter the lights. And also with this filter you can find higher color spectrums. That's why we mention it, and we really talk a lot about colors when we talk about nanocell, because of this filter you will find better colors on the images. You can appreciate on the image that we have on the slide, conventional TV and also nanocell TV. So how the layer works to give you a higher spectrum of colors? Yeah, it depends on the nanoparticles, how can really filter the light leakage, and you can have better and clean images. So yes, when we mention it, when we mention all about nanocell, it's Nano Black, that it gets similar to OLED TV but with full array, and we mention Nano Color, that is really good to mention it about this red layer that can filter better the light leakage. Nano Bezel, well, Nano Bezel is going to be a real true immersion of the design, because nano bezel, we're talking about um, just the yeah, the bezel of the TV that you can appreciate more the image because of the screen, but not about color, not about light. It's just about just all about the shape, the frame of the TV. This is a way to improve just the design to the TV, and we find Nanocolor, sorry, we find Nanocell just in a better design than normal LED TV that we can find. Okay, so we have a question for Tanisha Moore. So which is better, Nano Black or Nano Color? Okay, both of them are features of the Nanocell TV, so it's a complement because Nano Color and Nanocell, they work together to find a really good contrast. As I mentioned it before, for OLED TV give you the perfect black just to find a real good contrast of the colors. So for now, if we work independently with the Nano Black, we can even highlight the colors that we have. So the layer, the red layer that is included on the TV, the filter of the light, yeah, it works to give you a more spectrum of color. But what does the full array? The full array wants to give you the black. That is not a perfect black because we're not talking about OLED, but it's a really enhanced black that can helps with the nano colors to give you all this contrast that we're looking for. I'm sorry, back there. Yeah, Dolby Atmos. Yeah, I mentioned Dolby Atmos before. We also have Dolby Atmos in this Nanocell. Is a way of slogan like now you not only listen but you can also feel the sound, because this is experience that Dolby Atmos give you. If you may have the chance to make this to test this television with Dolby Atmos, the Dolby Atmos, like yeah, like can surround you and give you the experience that you are inside the scene. Like am I in the movie because I'm feeling this just the way that I can feel sound over here, I can feel the sound over here, and you are totally involved on the in that sound. So that's why it's not that it's not only that you can feel. For example, you are watching on a normal TV, some TV program that can offer the sound just in the below part of the below, and you will feel this just in one way. But with Dolby Atmos, you can experience separately the sound of 128 different independent sounds. So that's why I mentioned before, if you go to the movies and you are watching any movie, so you can appreciate for this side uh, guns, the shotguns, or the other side a baby crying or people talking, because it's all around the 360 degree that we can appreciate the sound. So this is really good because I think that most um, I think that the first of the image, we like to go to cinema because of the sound. We like to feel the experience in the cinema because wow, you feel it. Like when you are lay down on your bed and watching TV and you see like, oh, well, this is not the same experience that I have. But what they are improving on LG TVs for real, in NanoCell, OLED TV, and every TV that we have, is to include Dolby Atmos to give you the experience that you might find in the cinema. And that's really good because you're paying once to have the experience at your house, and you don't have to go every time. Of course, you can go. it's just a way. It's just a way to make a joke. You don't go to the cinema, but you will have the experience at your house. So different plan can be that you can invite someone, or even in your family, you can have a real good experiences, a more captivating, more like immersive or incredible experience with your TV and watch TV from the couch of your living room. Okay, we talked we talk about OLED TV, we talk about Nanocell TV, and now we have to mention the UHD TV 4K. In this moment, in this time, this is very important to mention because when we talk about UHD TV, when we talk about technology, we're talking about the same technology as before, the backlight. Yeah, we don't eliminate black backlight on this TV, but yeah, these also have more benefits that you would find, and also with a better price for the customer. So it depends what the customer is looking for. But this TV is really good to have at home. It's not nanocell, it's not OLED TV, but it's really good TV that the people the makers want to improve and get closer also to a great technology. But we would talk about 4K. We're not talking about that technology. Indeed, we're talking about resolution. So what's the resolution for a TV? TV, as I mentioned, you might go and someone that does not know anything about TV and go, oh, this is a 4K TV, and they would say, oh my God, this is so a great TV. This is the best of the best TV that I can find in America. But at the end, when we talk about 4K, we're just talking about resolution, not about technology. This is a huge difference that we have to make in customers. We have to make with customers. We have to present the difference, because if we go back to talk about nanocell, the resolution of nanocell is 4K, and the resolution of OLED TV is also 4K. Yeah, when we talk about resolution, we talk about pixels. How much pixels can support a TV? So yes, it's just a quantity of pixel that is given to a screen. So in this case, you can make the comparison between the televisions, the OLED TV, the nanocell TV, and the UHD TV. That the difference it's talking about technology and not resolution, because it's the same. They have the same quantity of pixels on the screen. Yes. So what's the difference between this? We mentioned or we know about 1080p as resolution. We're talking about Full HD resolution. We also have this TV, but it's not the greatest technology that we have. But UHD, on UHD for resolution, they can manage the pixels depending of the inches. Yes, like the makers, they know that it is good way to have some pixels in some what's sizes of screen, or different, because Full HD, you will find Full HD in smaller inches, but you will find UHD in biggest inches. So it has a meaning. It has a meaning because it's the quantity of pixels that a screen can support, and also give you a great images. Less resolution, you will find that's when maybe we heard around that we find an image and you say, oh, it's so pixeled, because you can perceive as a blur, right? But when you have 4K, you want to improve, yes, the quality of the image, but not depending of the other things that we mentioned before. Not color, not light, not. It's just the way that can go out from television, and you can appreciate the pixels, and working also with primary colors that are green, red, and blue, and just can emit, and you can have all these images. But the pixels, yeah, we're talking about resolution, is a way you can have a more clean images on your screen. UHD is yeah, I will say that is the most technology sold around the world, because of course it's comfortable to the customer to get it, and also it has the technology that you can also enjoy in the same way that you can enjoy also more expensive televisions. Of course, not the same quality, but also you can enjoy it and really appreciate a great image. Okay, let's take this time before to continue to see some questions. I see Tanisha, it's asking again, or more as a comment. So this television gives a surround sound without getting a separate unit to get surround sound. So that this television gives that. Yeah. Yeah, it's just working to offer a really good experience with separated sounds, and also to has this surround experience. That's why they worked so hard to work on the that sounds can be separated, so that way you can appreciate your by listening you can appreciate this, and it's more captivating, it's more like impressive for the customer. um yes, Marlon answered. Okay, that means the customer don't have to buy surround sound system. That sounds great. Okay, surround sound systems, yeah, also we have the sound bars, and it's also improve the experience, but just without the soundbar also the customer can have the experience with the surround sound. Yeah, if you adapt a soundbar to your TV, that it's one of the things we want to include in our sales. You can sell a TV including the soundbar, because yes, you might have the experience with the TV, it's really good, but I can make sure that with the soundbar it's going to be a great experiences, because it now depends not of the Dolby Atmos. It's not depend. It doesn't depend on the of the Dolby Atmos is not in the TV or not. Is because of the power. If you will find more power in a soundbar, so that can give you a better experience. But it's also the same. If a customer can take only a TV, they can make sure they can make sure that they are taking a really good television with this technology included. Yes, as Abel said, LD soundbar to better enhance the experience. Okay, we're talking about 4Ks. We have to mention this, the IPS. The IPS, that means in plain switching, we're talking about the quality of the LCD, the screen, the protection, and also the viewing angle. The best viewing angle and the strongest panel on the market. We're talking about viewing angle. It's because in all TV, in different technologies, you to appreciate the better way the image, you have to be just in front of the TV. Well, what happens if you move aside a little, or if you move to the other side? You will not appreciate the image the same way that the person who's in front can appreciate it, right? So what happened with the IPS? This kind of screen also that works as protection for the LCD is a resistant screen. It also works to offers you a better control of colors to not lose the real images. So it offers you a best viewing angle just to everyone can enjoy, not only the person that who's in front of the TV. You can be around, you can be next to the other, and you can appreciate the same way that the person who's in front can have the image. So yes, we can talk about colors in this case, because if we want to protect, we want to enhance the image, we also want to keep the real true colors that the image has. So that's one of the benefits of the IPS, resistance and also viewing angle. So it's not gonna be easy to lose your to miss experience that you can have with TV that included the IPS. Yeah, we're talking about again active HDR 4K. The HDR 4K, it's a way to manage the darkness and the brightness of the image of the content on the TV. Yes, sometimes you might see TV movie, sorry, for example, some movies, some action movies, some movies that it's really recorded at night, and of course if it's night it's more dark, and you cannot appreciate for like fully the image because it could be very dark, so you cannot see all the details that you might have in the image. It also happens with clarity. If you have this brightness, it's so clear. For example, you see the image, you can see how the light get into the cave. With active HDR 4K that is included on the TV, you um, you will see it like how it's on when recognize the original content. So you'll say, oh, I can see the light. Yes, you can see the light, but behind the light you might miss all the details that the cave has. With that TV, with the OLED TV of course, and UHD TV that also includes active HDR 4K, you can manage this. So you can realize about the detail that is in the darkness and also in clarity. So this is a way to make the person who's watching that won't miss anything of the content. And also it's it's a real how can I say this, um, how the filmmaker wants to offer all the details, so they work from the beginning of this SDR 4K. So also, when the filmmaker records anything with 4K resolution, the TV recognizes it. The TV can recognize the content. So I think this is the next topic. Yep, the USD upscaling. We can mention some old movies that now if we see in currently, you might say that it's, oh wow, that movie looks the same that I saw before, because at the same time I watched that movie and it was incredible, but now I think that it's not the quality I remember it was, because yeah, it's an old movie. So now all the contests that all the filmmakers are recording and they produce to offers to the customer and to produce and to play on the TV, it's gonna be 4K. But what happened if the original content is not recorded on 4K resolution? We have the UHD upscaling on 4K TV just to get closer to the 4K resolution. Of course, it is not this. It is not recorded on 4K resolution. Nowadays, you will find some contents, maybe Netflix. You will find some contents on Netflix that are already recorded on 4K resolution. So if you are watching that from 4K TV, nothing happens. But well, what happened with all the technologies, with the other content that is not in the real 4K resolution, we have the upscaling that try to reach this 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 resolution to get it closer to the 4K resolution, even though it's not in the original way. So that's why this recognize and this work just to how can I say this, to get it closer to the 4K. If you see at the right side of the screen, you might see the full HD resolution, and also you have the Ultra HD resolution. Yes. So if you have original content in Full HD, what the resolution upscaling improve the resolution of the original content so that viewers can enjoy any content you want in high resolution. Yeah, that's why some TV channel that you will find on your TV, you will find, for example, TNT, it's in a better resolution than the other, because they wanted to improve, not even recording again, it's just improving the image. So that's the way the mind works. They use the upscaling resolution in this way, just to have the viewer, that someone is appreciating the images, just to have a high resolution on this TV. So that's a benefit, and that's a feature that we can find on UHD 4K TVs. It's not only that, yes, it's a backlight TV. It does not have the same technology that OLED TV, Nanocell TV, but also it has some features, convenience features that can involve and also can captivate the final customer. Yeah, we also talking about sound DTS, high quality virtual sound. It's a different way to with the same purpose. DTS virtual sound. It's as a different at the same way we wanted to give you the experience of the surrounding um, sound, but with this technology that is included in this TV, we don't have Dolby Atmos in this TV, but we can have the TS virtual sound to give you also an experience, a good experience of sound. Okay, so we talk about all the technologies that we have on LG. We have the OLED TV, it's our top TV. We have the Nanocell TV, and we have the UHD TV 4K. That is all the backlighting TV, but we're talking about the resolution. To remind, to talk about all the things we have in common, all the TV, Nanocell, UHD, and OLED TV has the same resolution, 4K, until now in our company. All right? So in this topic, yes, we must talk about what it's a TV with a good image and also with a good sound. But we also have to talk about what it's everyone mentioning right now in this time about simply smart TV. This is a smart TV. Yeah. You go to the market, you go to the store, and you ask to the sales staff, to the salesman, hey, how are you? Do you have a smart TV? And they said, yes, come here with me. I'm going to show you what is a smart TV. Because what's different? Yeah, now we're getting close. We're getting close to a TV that can make anything, just as a computer. We have a smart telephone, we have smart cell phone, yes, because we have this. What can my cell phone do? Yeah, previously with my iPhone, I only can call someone and receive a message. But now it is like you don't need a computer to because you have your cell phone. You have your cell phone and you can you can search a web. You can have your application. You can have social media all inside your telephone. But what is most interesting that also I have the television at home, and I also can include this smart side because yes, we have the television. We have the great image, we have the great sound, but also we have this. For LG TV, our operating system, it's called WebOS ThinQ. Yeah, when we're talking about this, we're talking about intelligence, artificial intelligence. We're talking about all the system that can provide you the way to feel you more comfortable to look for things. Previously, in other TV, you could not use the web. You cannot search on web for anything on your TV. You have to use your computer. Then you can use your phone. And now, since a time, you can use your television also to use your social media and also to search on web. With the WebOS ThinQ, we have a real good system that can help you to find and can help you to look for the applications that you have. Yes, you can have YouTube on your TV. You can have Explorer. You can have you also have Netflix included. So you cannot adapt anything else. For example, in other TV that are not smart TV, you have to include some external phone to provide you the images of Netflix, but now you don't have to adapt anything. You have Netflix inside the accompanying the system WebOS, so it's included on your TV. You even don't have to download it. You have to sign up, and you can watch the movie of your preference on your LTV. Yes. Yes, home dashboard. We're talking about the web operating system. Incorporate a new dashboard in which all your devices linked with ThinQ technology are displayed. And also, in the new TVs, the new WebOS system, a ThinQ, you will find Apple TV included. You will find Netflix and also Disney Plus. So it's a better way to access to your favorite TV programs. It's not only that you have, as I said before, to adapt some external device to reproduce this. No, it's just included. So now you have Apple TV, you have Netflix, and you're disabled. What's the bad news of this? That you have to pay for that. Of course, you have to you have to be subscribed in all these platforms. So yes, you're gonna have this included, and it's really good for you because what it's the home dashboard of the WebOS LG ThinQ is doing, it's getting even better to your experience that you can enjoy from your house, your real good television, your LG television. In this case, when we buy LG TV, yes, everything sounds really good because we have great images, we have great sound, we have a friendly operating system that I mentioned, the WebOS. You can look for your apps so easily, and yeah, it sounds really good. It sounds magical for the for the so when it's watching everything, it's just really comfortable for us. But as you see on the screen, the slide, we have the magic remote. This magic remote is included in some television. When you buy the television, some of them came just into the box, and with some models you have to find it separately. Yes, but this is very good because since 2018 with the AI intelligence, the LG ThinQ AI, our artificial intelligence, we can interact with the magic remote. Because what is so fascinating of this magic remote? Yes, all of the TV has a remote, but we call it magic. Yes, magic is the way that you can make a difference between other brands. This this remote have different things that you can enjoy. For example, we're talking about NLP, is natural language processing. What it means? You can talk to the magic remote to get to your application or to get everything you want on your TV. For example, this button you will find here is a microphone. If you press it, meanwhile, the TV is on, of course. Yeah, you see, the light of the power button is turning on. You can ask to the magic remote to do and to lead you to the preference that you want to do on the television. For example, I can say, go to YouTube, and it's go to YouTube, and you can access to YouTube. Even better, you can describe what exactly you want to search on YouTube. For example, if I push the button, I click on here, and I say, look for the better beaches in Jamaica, and maybe you will find something interesting. You will find Ocho Rios, or you will find any beach that is of your preference, and you can enjoy it of the content just by pressing a button. Yes. So this is magical because in comparison to other brands, it's not that easy to do it in other brands. So what's in natural language processing? The TV can understand you in the easy way. Yeah. For example, looks on the screen, what you can see, it says, you can see the first command, switch to cinema mode, and the TV will reply to you. And you said connect to somewhere, it will connect to somewhere. Turn off the TV at the end of the program. Yeah, once the program is finished, the TV is going to turn off. Actually, I can say turn off the TV, and you can go there. So it's to make your life easier. Yeah, in simple words, to make your life easier. For example, I have this, and I say it's also, you can find the Netflix button that you can get into the application so easily. But I can also access to Netflix by the voice. If I press the button, I say look for any movie that you know it's in Netflix. Look for any movie on Netflix, and it will direct you just quickly to offer you. Okay, it will say this is what I found. Okay, you just play, and you don't have to spend all your time looking for the movie you wanna see. Or even better, it also works as a pointer. With this scroll, you can manage, you can use it to move all around the TV to look for even easier to access the application. In this case, you have two simple ways to access to your application, and you don't have to write down letter by letter. You don't have to select the A, the P, the F. No, you with the pointer, you can do it quickly. And also, if you don't want to write down, you don't want to press any button, you can ask it by the voice, pressing the microphone, and you can recognize on the TV that it's going to ask you. It's like a symbol that it's moving because it's recognizing that you're going to talk. And then when you speak, you say, okay, take me to, and it's going to reply you. You can know the temperature, the current temperature, you can know the time, you can know any information you will have. Also, if you want to search on the web, you can do it by voice. We can see some examples. For example, Tom Cruise is an American actor and producer. He started his career in 19, well, because it gives you the information of this actor. So that's how it works, the artificial intelligence. So who is Tom Cruise? You can ask it, and he will give you the information that is looking for on the web. And also find movies with him, and he will offer all the movies that every single movie that Tom Cruise is a producer of, is an actor. Yes, this is really interesting, right? So you can manage your time. You can use this magic remote just to go to the final access that you really want to go there. So you don't have to waste your time to access to your applications. This is a good tip. With simple voice commands, our magic remote uses natural language processing, which can work in 144 countries and 20 different languages. Yes, for example, in Spanish, it's my native language. Maybe you realize that. In different countries, we have different accents. You will find a Colombian speaks so different than a Mexican or maybe in Spanish. I'm pretty sure that you will find also in English. For sure, Jamaican can speak so different than a British or than an American, right? So it doesn't matter because the AI, the LG ThinQ AI, can recognize every dialect that it's into the language. For example, yes, you can use your common words that you use in Jamaica that maybe some American or some British does not know the word because it's a slang. So you can use the way you speak just to ask to access the application. Even on YouTube, for example, you're gonna look for music or you're gonna look for something that is very traditional in Jamaica. You can ask it by voice command. For example, last time that I went to Jamaica, I ate jerk chicken. Yeah, right. So if you are interested in how to make it, you have to want to get the recipe. You can say, how can I make jerk chicken? And it will offers you on YouTube of the site that you want to look at how to make the jerk chicken. And it's so interesting because it's something traditional, and you can say, no, if some maybe some person of other country that also speak English, but they will not know anything about your culture, and it's understandable. But with the AI intelligence, with the AI ThinQ, you can access with the words that you normally use. Yes, as a summary, just to finish this, relevant points, main focus of our television, image, design, sound, smart. This is what we have to talk to the final customer when they want to get our televisions. What's the difference? Why it's so special? Why do you have to get our television? So you have this, you aren't Okay, I don't think you know patio law. Well, I don't know patio, but maybe you will try. Try, try. Just go to a with a magic remote, one of the TV you have in the store around, and you will see, and you will try. Maybe look for patio, and maybe yeah, some help Jamaican patio, and we look for all the videos or the information that you will have. I think, right? Wait, wait, sorry. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, talking about the relevant points, the maximum image quality. We talk about the pixel dimming, full array, alpha 9, cinema, 4K HDR, nanocell, IPS. Talking about design, so well, minimalist design, self-lighting, nano bezel, smart, friendly, easily, and intuitive. Yeah, we're talking about ThinQ. One of our technology is the ThinQ is a way that you can ask the TV to do whatever you want to access. And also AI is artificial intelligence, NLP is natural language processing, and WebOS is the operating system. And also sound, powerful and surround sound, Dolby Atmos and DTS, different technologies that can be included on the TV and also to offers you a great experience that you might find in the cinema. So I think that was all. Yeah, we took around 1 hour and 40 minutes. Sorry for that. But we wanted to explain to you everything about the TVs. We wanted to make you understand or increase your knowledge that you might have before. But it's so interesting if the area we're working for. So to know more, to discuss our ideas that we have of this, and to clarify, of course. Um, Thanks, Abel. Abel is my colleague. He was helping, also replying all the questions. Thank you, Marlo, for all the help you always giving to us, to Panama team. At the end, we are the same team. LG Panama. It's always here to offers all the information you wanted. Um, we don't want to finish right here. We want to continue enhancing or improving, well, engaging our communication, and also to make a strong relationship with our clients and all the dealers. Abel, I don't know, for this last minute, you can talk about the LG Universal G, that we want to work on that platform to give you and to offers more information for you that you may update every single day you want to, yeah, you want to be involved. So thank you, Luis, for the presentation. Thank you everyone for this, and I want you to continue contacting us. So Marlon lives in Jamaica, so take his number and please everything you need from him about the brand. We're gonna be so um, it, we're gonna be every time you want us for you for any information that you need. Well, thank you so much for attending this training, and thank you ATL for disposing your time to receive this of information. I know this is good for you. This is good for us to share all the knowledge we have, and this is good for you to improve the skills that you have, that you can have at the time you offer the TVs to the customers or any LG product that the customer might need. So, well, I hope everyone have a good afternoon. Thank you.